more difficult. Kendrick Lamar, not like us.
Ooh.
First of all, let's just talk about this song and this moment.
Now, Kendrick has such a special place in the West because everything that gang culture established for the West, Kendrick, on one hand, he continues the camaraderie element of gang culture, right? But he elevates it to this intellectual, to this loving kind of like Malcolm Martin.
Right. I think Kendrick does the best job possible at explaining who we are, what we are, that even though we have this stigma on us as, you know, a culture, a gang culture, and we had to stop tape and see if it's okay and do all of that, I think that he does an amazing job, the best job at explaining to the world how and why they should understand why we are the way that we are.
What does it say for the West Coast to be able to have representation on such a huge stage as the Super Bowl back to back? I mean, there was like a huge debate about it, being that is in New Orleans. Some people felt like others were more entitled than he was. I look back at K's catalog and I'm like, he definitely deserves it. You know, 1,000% earned it. I think he's one of the best storytellers when it comes, hands down. He's a great artist.
He's not just one of the best rappers ever. He's one of the best artists ever.
Yeah,
if you really give it to him. If you look at the intent behind his projects, the musicality, it's not something that you can do independent of the artist. Like, you can have the greatest producer in the world in the room, but if the artist doesn't have that vision, the product won't be what it is.
What did this do on the charts? Because
you know it went number one.
Oh yeah, we know it was number one.
You know it went number one. It also broke the record for being number one on the Hot Rap Songs chart for 21 weeks. So it'll be Old Town Road this year. I mean, the guy.
Hot Rap Song.
Yeah.
Old Town Road was on Hot Rap Song?
Yeah.
That's a different conversation.
Don't talk to me, bro.
Who's coming up with these categories?
Let's keep it where it's at right
Roxy.
now. Where are we putting this, guys, right now?
Is 4 taken?
4.
Let's slide it 4.
At 4? Okay.
Was purely based on wanting to walk my daughter down the aisle. I had a new mission and a new will to live. That's what it's about for me. And so it's easy for me to give my flowers to Kendrick and YG and Ice Cube and say I love and miss Nip and do all of that. And I get left out of all the conversations. I get left off the murals. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I literally am just trying to stay alive to see my daughter walk down the aisle. And that's it. My purpose was only to be a father. And this list is cool.
What it do, y'all? It's Coffee, back with some updates, hit the buttons and all that good ish, man. But the game getting emotional there. You see they talking about this list. He was left off it. He's left out the murals. He's left out the Super Bowl. He says he don't care. I say that's cap, man. But it is what it is. As you see people debating about, you know, some people are saying save them fake ass tears. Some are saying, yeah, man, the game deserves to be on that list. And listen, I always, whenever the game comes up in these combos, say like, yo, I was a huge game fan, but let's be honest, man. Like, real talk, tap in. Even if you're a game fan, you gotta admit, game has done a lot of whack ass ish that has left individuals looking at him different, man. Like, let's keep it real. This internet blogosphere era we're in, a lot of rappers, a lot of celebs, they got carried away. They did sucker suspect-ish, and I don't know, the internet just got the best of them. And I look at the game as an individual like that. Not to mention, like, we see him running around with Vitaly, cooking the books, which we're gonna get to in our next story. You know, with someone else who's doing what Game and Whack 100 have been doing with all this money he's been hiding for that actual assault lawsuit from the She's Got Game reality show to Priscilla Rainey. It was wild too at one point during that convo, did you guys peep when Game was talking about visionary artistically, and like they were looking at D Smoke and the other dude, you know, it was like kind of seemed like Game was halfway being ignored. I mean, this is just a clip. Y'all gotta let me know what you think. You know, I ain't trying to turn this into just Game back on the ish we see him do all the time, you know, but I don't know, I think that was cap, that he don't care, you know. But good for him, man. Be a father, that's your motivation, that's what's up, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never gonna hate on that, but this was just such an odd vibed interview, just from this clip. I don't know if anyone out there seen the whole interview. Y'all let me know what you think, as well as what they were talking about in the, you know, interviews, the clips there. D-Smoke was saying Malcolm Martin, you know, is the way Kendrick flows, you know, and how about that? Not like us beating out Old Town Road, which Game was correct in saying that's a whole nother story, with it being placed on the hip hop charts, you know what I'm saying? But that's major that track did that as a diss track. Like that's something else, man.
Damon Dash owes me approximately $74,000 in change in lawyer fees, and I was hopeful to have collected today. A small country girl from North Carolina. I attended one of his seminars, and I put up money for him to produce a film. He subsequently stole the film. I took him to court in Southern District here in Manhattan and won a $300,000 judgment. I was paid. Then he filed a retaliatory lawsuit for $1 million against me for a book cover, which he also lost and appealed, which left me with about $80,000 in debt and lawyer fees. So I would like to, I'm a working woman, I'd like to recoup those.
And the bid was $1 million.
The bid was $1 million.
So do you think you'll be able to recover anything at all?
Not from this auction, because there are so many debtors in front of me, to include child support, unfortunately. So that said, I don't think I'll get a dime from this effort. I spent more money coming here than I'm going to recoup having been here. So it's kind of, it's a little disappointing, but we'll find another way to make the wheels of justice turn.
So this is not the end?
It's not the end. Not for me.
Then do y'all remember this woman right here? Writer Edwina Brooks, right? She linked up with Dame Dash, I think, through going around and doing speaking engagements and stuff like that, you know, putting people up on game to get out there and get their grind or whatever. And they linked up, and she says he stole a movie from him, right? She won this big copyright lawsuit for him stealing the movie, the character and all that. And then she's like how Priscilla Rainey is, what I was talking about with the Game, trying to recoup her money. She was at that Rockefeller auction, you know, where Game sold his piece, and, you know, New York State child support and all that. They're taking their piece. She's trying to get her lawyer fees paid and everything. And, you know, now they're filing a new suit, as she's alleging that Dame Dash and his girlfriend are co-mingling to hide money, that Dame Dash owes all this money out to everyone, just like the Game with the Priscilla Rainey thing. And it's the same play, right? Move the money into companies that aren't on the suit, right? So when they go to garnish the money and take the money, right? Winning the money in a lawsuit, getting the judgment is one thing. Collecting it is a whole nother thing. Like we said, this game has been going on for years. And it seems like Dame Dash took a page out of the Game and Whack 100's playbook, cooking the books, you know, moving money into his girlfriend's companies and stuff like that. He had the Poppington company, then he starts the Dash group, and they're saying a key piece of evidence that they have, right, is Dame has been getting money on a monthly basis for a consulting fee from Kanye West, $83,333 monthly. And that was something that was being paid into the Poppington company, and now has been, since the Dash Group has been made, this new company, it's going into that company. So she's saying, hey, you know, I had a judgment where Poppington was on the, you know, paperwork where I could take the money from there. He clearly is cooking the books and putting the money in this new company. Give me my money, as he already owes her, you know, 100 Dow Wow. And it's crazy, man. Dame Dash got so much drama going on. And you see this woman is saying, her and her attorney are saying this is nothing more than a fraudulent merger, cooking the books, co-mingling with his girlfriend. What's her name? Rachel Horn. Dame got her in some ish now. And then y'all see last up on the news, man, Lil Baby, who's doing a lot of media, sat down with Yachty. And, he revealed too, this isn't going to be his only project coming up. Originally, he was supposed to do a double album, he said, right? But, he sat down with Charlemagne and Yachty, spoke about a lot. But he released the track list in art, right, for Wham, Who Hard Is Me, acronym status, right? And you see it's the album drops January 3rd, but the track list is as follows. Listen Up, Dumb Dumb and Dumber featuring Young Thug and Future, F You 2 Times, I Promise, Redbone featuring Glorilla, By Myself featuring Rod Wave and Rilo, Due for a Win, Stiff Gang, So Sorry. Gotta throw a pause in there with that one, right? Stiff Gang, pause. So Sorry, Stuff featuring Travis Scott, Say Twin, Free Promo, Outfit featuring 21 Savage, Drugs Talking, Streets Colder, right? So what do you think about the artwork? The album comes out on the 3rd, the track list and the features. Any features you're looking forward to on that one? And then, like I was saying, Wham is not the only project he has dropping. Originally, it's gonna be a double album, and he said, nah, let me release Wham January 3rd, 2025, and then later on down the road in 2025, he's gonna drop this Dominique project. And he says that Wham is more on some young dude-ish, fast cars, girls, jewels, money. The turnt lifestyle, and Dominique is the more serious me, more personal. That's a part of the new journey I'm on. I hate the word vulnerable, but I'm gonna be more open to my fans and my audience. So that's gonna be on the Dominique project that will come later in 2025. So that's gonna do it for the news on this one. Hit the comments, let's talk about it all. The game, getting emotional, crying, left off the list. Him and D Smoke talking about Kendrick, Dame Dash, new lawsuit, cooking the books on some game whack 100-ish, and Lil Baby, 2 projects dropping in 2025. Subscribe, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.